You can hear me recording the podcast at the time. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, thanks very much for coming today, taking time out, especially to enjoy time with Dale and Holly. I'm sure we both really do appreciate that. It's something to what we want to do. Now, obviously, I was introduced as the honorary father. Many of you probably won't know why that is. Well, partly because Holly needed something old. And that. Something new. Not really. Something borrowed. Yeah, and that as well. And something blue. So that's why I'm here today. The real reason why, though, is Holly and I and the family go back a long way. Holly was just knee-high when she first came to the family, where we just moved in. And that was around about the time I started junior school. One day, Beth brought home a very shy, we might not do this, but shy, quiet, wouldn't say boo to a Jew, Holly. And she was very quiet, we barely knew she was here. So that was fine, loved the company, yeah, that much. So anyway, time passed. She did become a very regular visitor. Regularly coming so many times that she even came on holiday with us. Now she came on holiday with us more than once, which kind of surprised me, because we travelled from Nottingham to Cornwall, about 5 hours. Now in that 5 hours, we stayed back out of town, and Bertie knew that to be on leave. And trust me, I won't be singing tonight, and this is the reason why I'm surprised Holly invited me here today. I think she was surprised permanently, to be honest. So if the DJ's around, please don't say permanently. Obviously, having gone on holiday, gone to holiday, we were in the caravan, we had our tea, quiet. I put the television on, as you do, it's raining. Just need some murders. Holly and Beth, David ladies, was there to watch it. Well, it did. I don't know if many of you know that Midsummer Murders invariably starts with a murder. And being young girls, they both went white as a sheet. Absolutely white as a tablecloth. And they disappeared off into the awning to go to sleep. So we carried on watching them come on the top of the roof. About an hour into it, we got a knock on the door. Two ghost-like figures. Can you come in? So anyway, we let them in, and that night in the caravan, there was far too many people in there than should have been, because they wouldn't go out again. So, as little girls became young ladies, they danced to the rest of Holly as she moved away into adulthood, spread her wings, and made her life as sensible as she is. Then out of the blue, I received a text message. It was Glenn, would you do me the honour of coming to my wedding? And I thought, well, that would be pleased to. So, must be about an hour and a half later, I got another message, and it said, Glenn, I hope you don't mind me asking, but would you walk me down the aisle? I've never been so proud of anything in my life until that point. She made me, I'm not being negative, she made me so proud to be doing it. There was no way I could say no. And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I'm here giving this speech tonight. It is and has been a great honour for me. Finally, speaking short, because I know everybody gets bored at speeches, I'd like to wish Holly and Dale a long, happy and prosperous life together. Okay? Enjoy life, don't take things too seriously. But having met Dale, I don't need
just go for it. Hi everyone, nice to see you all. I'm Beth, I'm Holly's maid of honour today. And it is an honour. I've never actually done it before, so when I was obviously working out what to put in my speech, I thought I'd Google it, like how long should this kind of a speech last? And something said that it should last as long as the groom does in bed.
You're done.
I can't talk that fast.
Sit down, move on.
Exactly. I can't talk that fast, so just give me a couple more minutes. So I had some really great stories to tell from mine and Holly's teenage years, and then she invited my parents. So I can't tell a lot of them, but I can talk to you about when me and Holly were a lot younger. And one thing you need to know about me and Holly is that we were not the cool kids at school. Like, we just were not. We were the kids that cantered around the playground pretending to be ponies. It was embarrassing. I don't want to talk about it, but it's relevant. So I'd like to take you back to about 2002, where me and Holly, one summer's day, decided to make a time capsule. And in this time capsule, we put various things. We put really bad poetry, absolutely awful drawings, everything you can imagine that two 10-year-olds did. But one thing we did was we wrote what our future husbands would be like.
Anybody wants to know I'm going to be out there for a bit?
So I'd like to share with you today just a couple of Hollies. I've got rid of mine, so you can't. There's no retaliation. So the first thing on little Holly's list was that she had to marry Nicky from Westlife. Yeah. And you might think she missed the mark with Dale, but she has just married the man who got rejected from the boy band 5. So she's not done too badly. The second thing on...
A lot of people got rejected from Five. There were only 5 of them. Not 1,000 people got win.
But
They picked 5.
Dale, didn't you get to the final 50 and get rejected because you can't dance? I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to shame you. So the second thing on Holly's list was that her future husband had to have a 6-pack. And you might think that Holly was way off the mark here, but I know that Dale's got a 6-pack of beer in the fridge. She's 2 for 2. She's doing well. And the third thing on Holly's list was that she had to marry someone who was kind to her, somebody that bought her flowers, and someone that made her laugh.
Fuck all. Literally nothing. None.
Well, you've ruined my next bit, Dale.
Sorry.
So I'm just going to lie to them and say, you do this. So all these things that Dale apparently now doesn't do. But I've watched my beautiful childhood best friend blossom next to Dale, and I knew the minute I joined them for a Saturday night pub crawl that they were like 2 puzzle pieces that fit together perfectly. It has been absolutely magical for me to watch Holly marry. I'm going to cry. It's been magical for me to watch Holly marry Dale today. So I'd just like everyone to raise their glass to Holly and Dale and to happy endings. Cheers. Chin chin. I made it that proud.
That was good.
I've got that time. Is Dale coming out? What's present for you?
So, I guess that brings me up, and obviously I won't keep you long because I'm shy and I hate the sound of my own voice. To be honest, there's a lot I could say, and there's a lot I probably will say. First of all, I just want to thank you all for being. You might have noticed that obviously, as Glenn covered, standing for Father of the Bride, we haven't got any family here. There are no actual people here that are related to me or Holly. Because as far as we're concerned, our family is here. You are our family. Obviously, there are people who would love to have been here. Like my mum and dad both passed away in the last couple of years. we won't talk about Holly Club, because we haven't got time. There are people who should have been here. James Archer, Ryan Smile, Chris Travis, Kate McCann. There are people who passed away who should be here. So if you could raise a glass to them, before I go any further, to absent friends. People that we would have liked to see here at half. So, yeah, fucking hell, I wasn't this nervous in the last 5 minutes of Forest and Chelsea the other day, I really wasn't. And that was fucking hell. Oh my God, the last 5 minutes of that. So, I've got to thank the bridesmaids for, you've done a wonderful job, Ben as well, Glenn, thank you, you've done, you look absolutely beautiful. Thanks for doing exactly that. I've got to thank my big old mate over here, my best man. Tank, the Tank, Andy the Tank. And I have got you a little token of my appreciation. So if you want to open your mouth for a minute. I've got you a ton of my appreciation, provided Nick Morn's done what Nick Morn was supposed to do. Has he? Oh, well, here we go then.
Comes in his birthday suit.
My big old mate, best man, is a Tottenham Hotspur fan. Don't hold it against him, there are a fair few of them in here and they're all dickheads. But I asked my best man about a year or so ago, I said, name your 5 favourite Tottenham Hotspur players of all time. And he sent me a little list of your favourite Tottenham players, and I hope that I've done you justice with one of the ones that I found for you.
There you go. There you go. Love it. Yeah? Oh yeah. Good, bro.
Also, I mean, the amount of Tank paid for the stag was insane, but you know, if we just fucking booked it at the right time, it wouldn't have cost you nearly as much, would it? We only found out we were going to Benidorm about, what, 48 hours before we went?
Something like that,
About 48 hours before. I mean, I asked him a year ago. We found out we were going 48 hours before we went, so, you know, fucking yeah, fair play, well done, mate.
Did you get there?
Then he yeah, and I stayed for the whole time.
Well,
so,
yeah.
I mean, the funny story is when Tank had his own stag do, that was also in Benidorm, I was invited along, it was a 3-day stag do, and I might have gone home after 23 hours. There's no might about it, I did, I went home after 23 hours because I was a big old girl, and I decided that I couldn't drink, I was young and naive and stupid, but you know, I've made up for it since.
Fair one, mate.
Something like that, yeah, I've made up for it since. I also couldn't have done it though without the other 3 that have been a massively big help to me today, including this big gay bear.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah. And she is stand up, come on. She is such a big old sweetheart. She didn't want me to tell you the story about the time that she did actually sleep with a girl as well when she did it. I promised I wouldn't tell that story, so I'm not going to.
It was 1997. It was 1997.
Are you telling the story or
No,
one's telling
fuck.
the story? Shut up! No one's telling that story. But this is for you. Thank you very much. I had 2 other groomsmen as well. Danger Ross. Where is he? If he could come up here, please, sir.
Hang on.
Danger Ross. Thank you, Ross.
You don't even have to get out of bed to meet him, boy.
And I had one other groomsman. He's the only man in the world that can make Warwick Davis look like Andre the Giant. This is Nick Moore. Otherwise known as Dad, yeah.
Dad.
Oh. So, like, you know when you get married and you think, fucking hell, how the hell am I going to make myself look like better in my wedding photos? How can I make myself look thinner? I wrote out gym plans, I wrote out meal plans, so like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just ask Tank to be the best man. Yeah, like, how can I make myself look taller? I think we've covered that. No, it's one of those things, like, feeding you lot at a wedding is the most overpriced thing I've found. Since Darren Burley offered me a free ticket to hold on. Oh, didn't even offer to give me money for it. Well, no, yeah. Oh, that's seen on Netflix, by the way. But no, honestly, like I said when I started, as far as we're concerned, you guys are our family, and we are eternally grateful to each and every one of you that is here that has come to spend our special day with us. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much. So this one is me raising a glass to you. Thank you. Cheers. And I suppose that just leads me to say a few nice things about my wife. I mean, first of all, she's fucking mad. So, if anybody does psych evaluations and wants to come and check her out, so I can make sure that I don't know, because I don't understand why she's married me either. I can see you're all baffled with it, especially Siobhan. Siobhan is literally still sat there going, I don't fucking get it. I don't get it either. I don't get it either, because this is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. You are my best friend, you are my soulmate, and I hope you have me, and I thank you today, I thank you, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. So this one is my wife. One last thank you. The cake that we're going to cut in a little while is lovely lady Joanne over here, who is basically my resting mum, or just my mum in general. There's like what a fucking sick role, and I'll be necessary to say it. She's always there for me. She is, I love you dearly, and so much really done. The cake, she's also got a load of like toppers around it, even it knows me, and knows my dog and stuff. I've got a little toppers around it, and my dog hides it, so destroy the fucking cake by one. But to you, thank you very much. I'm sure the cake will taste something to look. Thank you so much for your help. That's all of you once again. Sorry. Done. See, that wasn't that long, was it? That wasn't that long, was it? Try again. No, sit down! Get quiet.
No intro.
Tank, everybody! You thought she was 16, mate. Did I say that out loud?
You're married, she's already annoying you.
Love you, Bryce.
Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, honoured guests, and of course the stars of the show, Holly and Dale. What can I say? Dashingly good looking, charming, a great sense of humour and a lightning wit. I think you'll all agree that Dale chose his best man very well. For those of you that don't know me, I know I got an intro just then. My name is Andy. Yeah. Everyone calls me Tank. Don't know why. Management came up to me earlier from the hotel. They said, under no circumstances can anyone climb on the chairs or tables during my standing ovation. So just be careful of that one, please. Before I begin the traditional character assassination of the groom, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Dale, 37.
Thank you.
For his kind words on behalf of the bridesmaids. Girls, you all looked amazing today, absolutely gorgeous, done a great job, but unfortunately completely eclipsed by the beauty of our wonderful bride today, Holly. Yeah. The 31st of January 1981 saw an enormous occasion. The world changed. A trouser snake was unleashed. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the very gorgeous and talented Justin Timberlake was born.
Me and Justin Timberlake born on the same day. Wow. 5 years old.
And then the proud parents, Dick and Fran, welcomed Dale the German Harvey into the world. Unfortunately, I was first introduced to Dale, 37, whilst I was working alongside our mate Ross over here. Give him a wave, everyone. There you go. Yeah. We worked at the Flying Horse Beefeater in Clopton in Bedfordshire. It's where me and Ross taught Dale how to drink. Yeah. Took a couple of years because actually he didn't drink at the time. He didn't really start drinking until he was about 21, and even then that was only Bacardi Breezes and Orange Reef. But yeah, he has made up for lost time though, hasn't he? He's basically worked around pubs most of his life. Surprise, surprise. Ended up running a pub called the Top Bell in Leighton Buzzard. It was at said pub during a game of strip pool that a fair length of a snooker cue found its way up his arse. There's still no clarity as to whether or not that was in jest, anger or sexual pleasure, of course. I'll let you guys decide on that, but we'll never let the truth get in the way of a good story, old boy. I did promise myself I wouldn't mention the Broadview incident, to be fair. I also promised myself I wouldn't say anything about you burning down that pub. And I also promised myself about that time that you baseball batted someone's car. I also promised that I wouldn't say anything. Yeah. I think we'll leave that bit there anyway. Let's move on, right? It's got to move on, and due to obviously a large number of people here involved in wrestling, controversially, it's not exactly one of my favourite subjects, but I can't exactly ignore it today. It's played a huge part in Dale's life. Obviously, Dale, 37, has played a pretty chunky part in the life of wrestling. Harvey Dale, the self-proclaimed man with the golden tongue. Although these days I think it's more the man with the swollen tum. He was responsible for countless show-stopping events. He's promoted wrestlers throughout the country. He's transported the ring around here, there, everywhere, including his own back garden one time. He's a dedicated servant to the cause, but I have heard that his favourite part is obviously hauling up the boys backstage. I've chosen to just involve you guys a little bit. I'd like to play a game. We'll learn a little bit more about Dale as we go. The game is called Heads or Tails. Has anyone ever played that before? And what we're going to do is everyone's going to stand up. Yeah, I'll ask you a question, and then we'll have two answers. One will be heads and one will be tails. If it's heads, I'd like to put your hand on your head. If it's tails, I'd like to put it on your bottom. If you get the answer right, stay standing. If you get it wrong, please sit down. You're out of the game. We'll move on to the next question. Everyone understand? Everyone stand up, please. If you're not really allowed to play, but if you do make any mistakes, it's pretty bad, isn't it? Well, not really. Really. You can play. Okay, is everyone ready? Just to make it a little easy so everyone understands it, can everyone tell me what Dale's favourite drink would be? Is it Heads whiskey or would it be Tails Campari and soda? Heads whiskey or Tails Campari and soda. Right, so everyone's getting the gist of it. You've all got it correct, yeah? Dale's first car, was it Heads a Subaru or Tails an Escort? The answer is Tails an Escort. Obviously, if you play the game, you're going to give the answer away, yeah. Dale's school that he attended in Bedford, was it Bedford High or Bedford School? Bedford High, Heads or Tails, Bedford School? The answer is Tails, Bedford School. Who? You get that wrong? Who else does Dale share a birthday with? Is it Heads, Gemma Collins, or Tails, Scarlett Johansson? It's Heads, Gemma Collins. Well done, you. All the tan, the hair dye, all of that lot goes against it. As a wrestling promoter, was Dale's name Chippendale, Heads, or Tails, Harvey-Dale? Everyone's got that one, yeah. Dale, 37, was born on the 31st of January 1981, but was that Tails a Thursday or Heads a Saturday? It's Heads a Saturday. Dale apparently set fire to a pub. Was it Heads the White Hart or Tails the Flying Horse? Tails the Flying Horse.
Allegedly.
When Dale appeared on Come Dine With Me, did he cook Heads a rack of lamb or Tails a T-bone? Everyone, yeah, it's Heads, yeah. Dale's first football team, the Reds. Was it Heads Nottingham Forest or Tails Man United? Controversial, Tails Man United. So I've been told. So I've been told. So I've been told.
Where are you getting this information from? It's like my mum's what's Man United.
Were you wearing a shirt? The last but not least, I'm glad you're still standing. In a poll many years ago, the question was, who was better looking? Was it Dale Harvey or was it Russell Eatley? Heads Dale, Tails Russell. Tails Russell. And do you know what he did? He walked home. Guys, I know he's not here, but the last part from me is it's been a terrific day so far. It's going to be a great night, yeah. And we all once again be upstanding for the bride and the groom, Mr. and Mrs. Harvey.